How are you, Tim? How are you? How it's been today?
I'm doing good. It's a lot better around here. We had I live really near the fires that were happening up here, so I can hear helicopters all the time.
Yes, I
But
understand.
it's a lot better. So we're good to be. We were evacuated, but good to be home. How are you doing?
Okay. Okay, so you were really affected by the fire?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if you heard of the Eaton fire or those fires, the Eaton Canyon fire.
Yeah.
So that's like a mile from me. So I live up in the mountains, so my entire mountain just burnt, and so we had to evacuate for maybe 8 days.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's been difficult. Well, but thanks God you are good and you are
yeah.
now here with us. Yeah, everything is good here. Exciting to have you here again in Mexico. That you were here with New Metal Revolution, Volume One, and now you are coming by yourself as headliner. So how do you feel about that now coming alone, only with your tour here in Mexico again?
So very excited. So the New Metal Revolution show was our first show in Mexico ever.
Yes.
And so that was exciting. But we're looking forward to coming there, as you said, as a headliner, being able to play a bunch of songs, more songs, and play in a really amazing venue that we've all heard that's like an amazing venue for new metal. And so we're just and more of kind of what we're used to playing. So we're excited about that.
And also because exactly many people remember the time when they were young as one of
Yeah,
your famous songs,
yeah,
especially on the new revolution. But also you are a band that you are continue working with these 20 years, well, 25 years. Yeah, you're still
yeah.
working with music, you're still working because you were metal, but also you were rock, and you have a lot of changes, I know, but you are a band that you still, how can I say, stand up. You're still making music, you're still working.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How can you make your work and trying to be stand even though what happened in the past or in the future, you are still making music. How do you do that continue making music? I don't feel like you don't want to continue, or sometimes you say, "This is the end. We are not going to do anymore."
I think it was like now the four of us, we've had a lot of uh, changes at vocals, and Marky, our original singer, came back and left and
Yes.
came back, and he essentially kind of retired. But for the four of us, it was always kind of this is what we were always going to do, and I think that in a lot of bands, there's always two or three guys that when adversity comes or when it's not as a you know quote unquote is not as amazing as it was at the beginning or whatever, that they kind of just give up, and I think that's the four of us have none of us have ever been that way. It's kind of why, ironically, it's kind of why you get to a certain point in the first place. You kind of don't give up. You keep on trying to evolve, write music, and that goes with anything. You're going to suck at the start of anything. You know what I mean? Like when you start playing
Yes.
guitar or writing music, it's not going to be good. You know what I mean? And so uh, but if you just keep working at it and you keep on being honest with yourself and saying, okay, I need to do this, I need to change this, this needs to happen, and you're gonna have some success. You're gonna have reap the benefits of doing all that stuff. And like I said, we know how music goes. There's only a few bands, two or three bands out of every genre that keep going and really are always successful. So we knew at some point there was going to be something like that, but we also knew that we were going to have fans no matter what, and that it didn't really matter what level you're at or whatever. It doesn't.
Mhm.
We don't really keep track of that anyway. But none of that really mattered to us. We just knew that we wanted to play music, and if people kept coming, then and people were still into our band, we're not going to stop. And maybe if people weren't into our band, we probably wouldn't stop.
Exactly, and also because we are going to be expecting about what you are going to do now, because you are like big music, metal, rock, bass, and now I want to ask if you have any plans to make new music, new album, new piece, or something that we can expect now from Adema, because it's true, you have been 20 years making a lot of music, different between
Yeah.
one of those, and we're expected to do well. Now Adema was gonna show us now.
Yeah, well, so we signed last year. We signed a record deal with Cleopatra Records, which is a label up here in the U.S. And so all the music is written and done. It's all the pre-production's done. So now we are getting ready to go into the studio and record the album here soon. And so we have a tour coming up. So we're gonna try to get a lot of it done before the tour, but then probably finish it after the tour. It's like a 6 week tour coming up, and so uh, it should be all ready to be out middle of the year, maybe late summer time. We're hoping, and so but all the music's there, and it's like, and uh, we have approached the last few years with that vibe of kind of like, okay, what's the best things about that we've done in the last 20 years, and just
Yes.
try to make sure that we're doing that, and because we have a lot of hardcore fans, and we want to make sure that we're taking care of them, and making sure that it's always fun to experiment in music, and we always do that. And
Mhm.
and we've done couple records where they were kind of not quite like the first records, but now we're just really concentrating on just bringing that Adema sound, and making sure, like I said, all those things are. And when it comes to the groove of the song, to the lyrics of the song, to all that stuff, so we're excited about having a new album out.
That will be great. We were so expected for that. And
Yeah.
also, you like to be on soundtracks. For example, you were in the Resident Evil,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you
absolutely.
were also in Guitar Hero. No, that wasn't Guitar Hero. You were on. I forgot the name of one of the video games.
Mortal Kombat. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
For more. Thank you.
Yes, of
Thank you
course.
so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
So, did you want do you want, because why asking that, because also there are fans that like the music because of the video games and the movies. They say,
yeah.
"Oh, that band is Adema. Okay, I want to hear them." So, do you want to do again? Do you want to make again a soundtrack, or to participate with some director from the cinema director? I don't know, someone that you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to get to.
So that's a good question. So yeah, so those were always great to do. We did a few video games for sure, and we did a few movies. Those two were probably the ones that were most influential. We were right actually right now we're working on a song. I can't really talk about the movie too much, but we're working on a song
Okay.
for it's a movie that's coming out. I think this year, it might be next year, but we're working on a song for that. I can say it involves mythological characters, but yeah, so we still do that. We love doing that stuff. Like you said, it's another way for people to kind of be introduced to Adema. I know that we were on like the Madden football game back in the day, so like
Yes.
that was a big one. So that the song Unstable was on there. So I've met people over the years that didn't really know the band or didn't listen to this kind of music, and then I would mention, oh, they find out I was in a band. I go, well, we had this song on, Madden or something, or we had it on Resident Evil. They go, oh yeah, I've heard that song. So it is a way to introduce your band to different people and different, who have different interests.
Well, and also I have only two more questions. Well, the last one, the next one is about for the youth people that are making metal music with fusion, and sometimes they are afraid that they are not hard enough. How can you recommend to them to, especially if they are fans of Adema and they say, I want to be like Adema, but I want to also, because they influenced me a lot when I was young. What
Yeah.
you can you say for them?
So I've been asked this before, but I usually just answer it by telling this story. So I'm the hugest Pantera fan, right? So like my son's name is Abbott, which is Dimebag's last name, right? So
Okay.
and Vince's last name. So I was always worried about, like, I love that kind of metal, right? So but I was doing Edema, and I thought, well, is that hard enough, right? Is that like, are because I want, of course, you want your peers and the people that you grew up loving that are, to be like into your shit, right?
Yes.
So, and I had mentioned him in some interviews, and we were playing a show in Dallas, like at the arena in Dallas, in Texas. And I look
Hmm.
over, and he's from that area. So I look over about two songs in, and he's standing over there, right? And and I was like, couldn't believe he was standing there. So in between songs, I walked over there. There's like, I don't know, 20,000 people in the crowd. I walk over, I go, I can't believe you're here, dude. The only reason I do this is because of you, man. He's all, fuck yeah, brother. And he's like, dude, he had a shot for me. He's all, you want a black tooth grin? He had a shot for me ready. We had a shot. He goes, we just came to see you, man. I heard that you were into us, and there's a limo out there at the end of the show if you guys want to come to the club. So we go to the club, and I walk in the club, and they're just playing our music the whole night, and I'm just like,
Okay.
I can't believe this guy is like, even knows who the fuck I am. And I couldn't believe they were playing our music, and he was like, I love your music, man. It's awesome, and and just like he's like, you made it, man. You did it. I just met the guy.
Yeah.
And we became friends. But the whole point is like, and that's what he was saying to me and has said to me after that was, you're not really. It's what comes out of you. You know what I mean? It's that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's who you are. So I like, as much as I love Metallica and Pantera. I can copy them, you know what I mean, and try to copy their style, but it's just let it happen and let your style be whatever it is. And then it also depends on who else is in your band and the shit they like, and
Yeah.
and then that's how you come up with something that might be different. You know what I mean? So I would just say, like, just if you think it's cool, like, that was one of the things I told myself before I got a record deal was,
Mm.
I would listen to my songs, go, that's really not that cool. I'm not really doing what's best for the song. I'm doing what's best for, maybe I want people to think I'm a good guitar player. I'd rather just
Oh,
write a good song.
yes.
I'm not trying to impress people. If it works for the song, then go ahead and impress people. But just be what you are and just what comes out of you, and get better and better at what you do well. You know what I mean? And so that's what I would say. You know what I mean? And
That's
if you're influenced by us, then cool. I'm influenced by a bunch of bands too. So
exactly.
yeah, so I would love for everybody to come to the fuck off room and January 25th. That'd be amazing, and I would absolutely invite them to come. But what to expect is, especially compared to the New Metal Revolution, we're going to be able to play more songs. It's a more intimate venue. It's kind of a venue that we play a lot. We can play kind of those kind of venues a lot. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of interacting with the crowd, and it gives us more opportunity to meet everybody there, and interact with those with our fans. And so it's just always going to be a good time. It's going to be fun, high energy, and all the songs. And we always play. We always make it our goal to play as many songs as people want to hear. You're not gonna we're not gonna pull out a bunch of random songs that
Mhm.
never heard before. You know what I mean? That's not gonna be a thing. So
Don't worry about it.
yeah. So yeah, it's just going to be a fun time, and like all metal shows should be, everybody having a good time, supporting each other, and everybody coming together to just enjoy the night.
Thanks so much. So, well, we are really so happy to have you here in Mexico again. And do you like Mexico? Do you like Mexican food or?
Love it, love. Oh yeah, I love Mexican food anyway. But I mean, yes, I mean, like, the catering was amazing. We kind of flew in and flew out the first time, so I hope to get a little more to go around and get
Yes.
some. But but even the catering was amazing. I probably had 3 plates of chili killies, so I was good. So
Especially for the
no,
morning. Especially for
yeah,
the
no,
morning.
yeah, it was the morning, and it was great. It was amazing. So yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
and so I love the culture and everything. So we're happy to be back and can't wait.
Thank you so much, Tim. I really want to talk to you more time, but I know that you have a short time. But thank you so much for all
Yeah,
headbangers here in Mexico. Well, headbang Latin America is from all Latin America, from Chile to Argentina
awesome.
to also places. But well, I hope that you can go for a tour in Latin America. It will be great to be.
Yes, yes. We're looking forward to it. I think we are going to go to Chile and Argentina here this year. So places like that. So we're excited about all of Latin America, but can't wait to be in Mexico. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much, Tim. We appreciate it to have you here, and well, welcome to Mexico again. And we hope to see you soon.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Thanks so much.